Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle Hawley. I'm the editorial director at CMSWire, and I'm here today with David.
And I'm David Parker. I'm with Cox Communications, and I am in charge of site optimization.
So we're here at the Adobe Summit in Las Vegas. Lots of excitement going on. How many years have you been coming here?
So I have been coming to Summit since 2015, which was the last year they held Summit in Salt Lake. So I got a chance to see what Summit used to be and what Summit has kind of turned into.
What would you say the evolutions looked like?
You want to talk about scale? Scale has gone from such a small kind of intimate sessions to this large scale implementation. I mean, the scale here is 10, 15x what it was.
So a focus of yours is site optimization. One of the things I've been hearing here is about this one-to-one super tailored personalization. Like, I could go on your site and I could see a product recommendations specifically for me. Is that achievable?
In my opinion, I don't see one-to-one truly being achievable unless you have a certain company with loads of data, loads of knowledge of your customer base, and have the ability and also the manpower to tailor the one-to-one personalization. But what we found is the one-to-many with a lot of hyper-focused or hyper-targeted segments tends to work better than trying to get all the way down to one-to-one. It's kind of one of those, right? If you can get that last drop out of the lemon, does it really make sense to put in that much effort? Some would say no, some would say yes.
I'm on the fence too about whether people really want one-to-one personalization.
I agree.
As far as the tech stack, I think a lot of people are rethinking it. Do you have any thoughts on a single platform versus a best of breed approach?
I do find the benefits of what would someone call an ecosystem. I also feel like, depending on your business and depending on your clientele, a more tailored approach towards the tool set may be better. But I do feel like it's up to the company and it's up to the technologists, it's up to your stakeholders, et cetera, to determine what's the best approach. It may not always be one size fits all.
As far as omnichannel, all this stuff coming in from different places, websites, emails, all these other interactions, I think a lot of people are still having problems with that too. What do you think is the biggest barrier there?
I still feel like siloed work is very much a core component of corporate culture. So breaking the silos in it, the way I've seen it, is vital to making sure all those touch points can be aggregated and used across whatever touch point or channel you're reaching your customer set.
For companies that have these data silos, which I think is most of them, what's the first step towards addressing that?
Democratizing. You gotta, I mean, you can still have product managers, you can still have owners, but you've got to be able to, it's kind of like open door policy, right? If you keep all the doors closed, nobody can see in and nobody can understand who's there, what's going on. But if you break down those silos, you break down those doors, you add cross-functional, you add cross-collaboration, you start to get more insight into areas of the business maybe you're not well versed in. They open that door, or that door gets open towards you as well. And then you're just that much more efficient, but you're also that much more knowledgeable about how the whole ecosystem and all your touch points collaborate, how they work in unison.
AI agents, that's another big topic today. This summit.
Right.
Are you doing any work with them yet?
Not in the form of integrated into the tools. I'd be lying if I said we weren't using AI in some form. But I would say it's still very infantile. I think people are still kind of they're getting their feet wet. They're trying to figure out, am I gonna stay in the little baby pool or am I gonna go dive off the deep end kind of thing. So I think people need to let it mature, figure out where it works. I look at things like this as another tool in the toolbox, right? I've got a wrench at home that I haven't used in 5 years, but I'm happy to have that wrench in there in that one instance where I need that wrench.
Yeah.
So I think AI is a good tool to have. You should explore it. You should try to understand, how does it enhance my business, my operations? Does it improve customer satisfaction in their communication or their dealings with us? And evaluate and go from there.
Last question for you. Next 3 to 5 years, how do you see the digital experience space evolve?
Ooh, good question. I would like to say that we're going to be working more towards, I know omnichannel was a discussion years ago, and then it kind of went by the wayside with other buzzwords, personalization, right? And I truly think that the omni-channel experience, making sure that you have the ability to solve your customers' problems in whatever touch point they may have. The pandemic kind of introduced this to us, right? We kind of pushed more to the digital side. People who may not have been wanting to interact with you in digital before may now want to. And same thing with phone, SMS, email, in-store, so on and so forth. So making sure you have an omni-channel approach, to me, I think is going to be where the evolution goes. Obviously, AI is going to play a major important part of that. But yeah, I think companies got to get on an omni-channel approach.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today, William. It is great talking to you.
And you too. Thank you.